These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. It's all offense all the time. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Can't score with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel. And there's the bell for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. They exchange punches. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Can't land the jab there. Well done with that counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Nice slip to avoid the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus. There's the bell for round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Fantastic punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice exchange here from both men. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. A perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus. There's the bell for round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
These two were made for each other. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. No rest for the weary. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Now,
oh my goodness, Johnny! Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Insane action. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus.
Come on, switch on. Switch on.
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two fighters are made for one another. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Beautiful counter punch. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. showing exceptional chins, by the way. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Emmanuel Gunn. There's the bell for round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Using their experience to let their opponent punch themselves out. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Emmanuel Gunn. Here we go. It's round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules.